Questions? Nicole?
Thank you so much. Congressman Cohen earlier told a couple of us outside of the DCCC that, it's not even an issue of Democrats being on the same page. They're not even in the same book. So these discussions that you're having, are they constructive or destructive? And as leaders, at what point do you put your foot down and button this up? The president has been clear he's staying in the race.
I think anytime we can gather together as members and House leadership can hear from the members, I think it's constructive. It always is. I learn more from my House Democratic colleagues each and every day about their values, about their districts, and that's what this has been about. This has not been an exercise to hear each other talk. This has been an exercise to genuinely listen to people and to bring a perspective to the table, but to listen to each other and to have that grace that goes along with that. So that's what this has been about. Every conversation we have had has been helpful. Our job is leaders, the vice chair and I, and everyone in the caucus, is to take this in and to help in any way we can Leader Jeffries guide this caucus. That's what our efforts have been about, and that's what our efforts will continue to be about, from whether that was discussions about vacating the chair to the debt crisis that Republicans started. Time and time again, we have been focused on listening to our members, and that's what we have done over the past week and a half. Rebecca? No? Martha? Some of that is, campaign strategies and tactics. What House Democratic Caucus leadership is asking their members to do, our members, is to, talk about the importance of preventing Donald Trump from ever setting foot in the White House. I don't want Donald Trump on the public tour of the White House. Many of us served when Donald Trump was here. We know the chaos that reigns from that, and we know what we have been able to do together. The Biden-Harris administration, 15 million jobs created, getting us through the pandemic, shots in arms, money in people's pockets, bipartisan infrastructure bill. These are things that we can do together. And that's what we have been focused on while we chart this path ahead, while the politics of the day continues on to November. House Democrats are very confident in the agenda that we have been a part of for the past few years, and now it's implementing that agenda. Thank you. Chad?
Thank you so much. You say you are clear-eyed when it comes to making sure that Donald Trump is not in the White House, and that's consistent with all Democrats. But it doesn't seem that everyone is clear-eyed about the future of this president. Can you address and characterize what those concerns are and attribute how you do get everybody on the same page?
Our caucus meeting today was about listening to members. There was no instruction to get on the same page. We were talking about the importance, the twin goals that we have: preventing Donald Trump from ever setting foot in the White House and getting 218 votes for Hakeem Jeffries on January 3rd. That is the focus of House Democrats. You have heard us say before that unity is something that is so helpful to us. Unanimity is not the same as unity. House Democrats bring different thoughts and ideas and viewpoints each and every day to this House chamber. We learn from that. We accept that. We accept each member's perspective. And our focus is to be unified. And we're unified that Donald Trump cannot win. And we are unified that Hakeem Jeffries needs to be Speaker to help the American public.
Like it's more about Trump and not so much about Biden. Isn't that the issue here? That you guys are talking consistently about former President Trump and not advocating for President Biden, saying he's the guy who has to beat Donald Trump.
Right now, President Biden is the nominee, and we support the Democratic nominee that will be Donald Trump. That is a fact. That is where we are. and preventing Donald Trump from a disastrous reign where he can level Project 2025, where he can deport kids from families, rip families apart. That's what we want to prevent here. And that is the focus, in addition to ensuring that Hakeem Jeffries is a speaker. Nick?
There's a number of Democrats in the party who want President Biden to come to speak to the caucus directly to put their concerns at rest. Should President Biden come and address the caucus?
That's up to the president and his team. I can't speak to that. Our job today was to convene the House Democratic Caucus to hear different viewpoints, different ideas, and to be unified behind that message of ensuring that we do everything we can to win this November.